For the whole month of February, I brought you a tip every day for men to know how to deal with their women. If you followed it, let me know what you think. And subscribe to my channel because I'm bringing you more. For the whole of March, I'll be bringing you tips from women on men. So join me and don't miss an episode. And whenever I make a post, please remember to share it, comment on it, but more importantly, subscribe. Even if you don't agree with the tip, just let me know what you think. See you. Question number 1, what is your name? Question number 2, where do you live? Question number 3, what is your favorite food? When the results came, 39%. Hello, Akosia. Or him, whenever I think about you, I break into a smile because of what you've done for that boy of mine, my nephew, Kobe. You've been a good wife to him, and God bless you. But just like I promised you, so I can equalize the scores with your husband. This is the first of 31 tips. So, tip number 1, men are simple. Everything about us is simple. Our anatomy, simple. Our minds work simple. But let me tell you a story. I entered secondary school in 1969, in the days when many people refer to secondary school as college. It was a big deal in the community that I lived in. It is when a boy entered secondary school that he could wear trousers. Otherwise, you wore shorts. And so I come to secondary school and I am under no illusion that this is a big step from Saito. This is big. And Osu Presby was a school. My English teacher in Form 1, Reverend Stafford, fantastic teacher, an exciting teacher. He made a topic come alive. But he made us understand this is secondary school and it is not child's play. And so come the first term exams, I was prepared because I understood this is secondary school. Then enter the exams room, start work, turn over the paper. Question number 1, what is your name? And I'm sitting, what is my name? Wait, this is secondary school. What is your name? I answered that in primary class 1. So this must be a trick question. This surely must be a trick question. It can't be as it is written. 10 minutes later, I was still stuck. So in my mind, is this how difficult secondary school is? That they could ask you a question and it's... Question number 2, where do you live? Question number 3, what is your favorite food? And it was... When the results came, 39%, everybody in the class did well, apart from me. The lowest mark I've ever had in secondary school. Why? I complicated a simple exams. I made it more difficult than it seemed. And unfortunately, as a counselor, that's what I see a lot of women do. You complicate the creature called man more than he is, or you need to make him. So look at your husband in that life. Simple. And this is a tip. 30 more to go. 1 day gone. More to come. Oh, and if you like this, don't just like it. Please share it. Share it to you know who. Just to say this, okay? Stay blessed. He would have missed you. He'll come back looking for you. He will come back chasing you. Kosia, joy of my nephew. Day 2. So, second tip, all right? Find a way of giving him his space when he needs it. Don't worry about it. There will be a time when he's not available to you. But if you're able to give him the space, he will come back to you, refreshed, rejuvenated, and needing you even more. Men love their space. Not just that. Men need their space. It's because of the differences between men and women. Women like to stick together. I cannot sit and chat with my wife without she touching me. She would always want to be around. If I'm quiet, what are you thinking? And things like that. That is a woman. That is you, sweetie. But Kobe is not like that. Kobe is a man. And every now and then, a boy wants to withdraw. One of the excellent writers on relationships says, into a cave. And at that point, he needs his space. Leave him there. Leave him there. Don't try to bring him out. The more you try to pull him to yourself when he wants his space, the more he will push you away, and he will keep pushing you away and keep pushing you away. And you will think he does not love you. No, that is not what is going on here. He needs a space. Now, here is the good news. When you give him the space, he will come back chasing you, looking for you. He would have missed you. It's all part of the differences. So learn to give the boy his space, and he will come back chasing you. Sweetie, that's a tip. Oh. That's a tip. You know, we say that actions speak louder than words, except when it comes to a man apologizing without words. He didn't say he's sorry. Oh, Akosia, sweetie, the pride of my nephew. And indeed, now you become the pride of the family because we see the difference you've made for our boy. Well, this is day 3. Here's tip number 3. Men may not always say, I am sorry, but they would always show it with their actions. Don't discount the actions. Don't reject the action that says, I am sorry. Receive it and then tell him, I want to hear it. And he would say the sorry. You know, we say that actions speak louder than words, except when it comes to a man apologizing without words. Then in that case, no. He didn't say he's sorry. Well, I understand you. My boy will learn to do it right. But remember, we're talking about the default nature of a man. He may not say he's sorry, but he will show it. He will show it. And when he shows it, you grab what he has done. And then when he's in good mood, tell him, my dear, when you do some of these things, I would appreciate you saying, I am sorry. That's a tip. That is a tip. Give him a hard time small. Make him hot. Make him feel even ashamed.
It was just only last year that I forgot your birthday.
Hey, and the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that.
It's all right.
Agusia, today's tip. Now, Agusia, I beg you, just listen, and then let's engage later, okay? Men are not very good at keeping dates. So, help him. One way to do that, a few weeks to the anniversary, to the birthday, prompt him. Do you know what I would like for my birthday? And then it comes to mind. He would then remember. Okay? My purpose for giving you these tips is not to justify the actions of boys. I believe that boys can do better in relating to women, so can women also do better in relating to men. But the basis of it all begins with understanding each other. Your birthday, he may forget, and it is painful. I'm not diminishing it. If he does, don't say that if I meant anything to him, he would remember. Yeah, you mean the world to him, but he's forgotten. Here's the trick. Give him a hard time small. Make him hot. Make him feel even ashamed for forgetting your birthday or for forgetting the anniversary. Then, in the process, he will find ways of trying to make it up to you, of compensating you. When he gets there, you will receive whatever he gives you. Once you've done this cleverly, once or twice, he will not forget it. I've never forgotten my wife's birthday. You know why? 2 weeks to the birthday, she'll tell me. Do you know what I expect from you for my birthday? As soon as she says that, oh, the birthday must be around. Help us. We have some growing to do, and we'll do it. Especially if you have a good man in your life, he will learn.
Men are not good at keeping dates. Didn't your mother ever tell you this?
Men are not good at keeping dates.
Yes.
Don't men keep business appointments? Tell me, how do they remember those? I tell you, a man remembers what he wants to remember. He remembers what is important to him. If a man forgets his woman's birthday, it is simply because it is not important to him. Full stop.
It is not even a comma for it to become a full stop. It was just only last year that I forgot your birthday.
And the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that.
It's all right.
Shame.
It's all right. Look, Sammy and I, we are learning a lot about marriage today. Look, trust me. From now on, I'll remember your birthday. But also understand that, sweetie, I am human. And I may forget. Look, when I forget, you know what? You lambast me, insult me. But don't let it ever make you question, I love you.
That is a dip. And they can talk for 3 hours. Indeed, they talk and they sleep on the phone. And they can wake up and take it up exactly where they left off. Oh, of course. Sweetie, the pride of Kobe. Or him. Well, of course. And the reason why I make crow, what I'm going to say may be fire. But please forgive me. Forgive me because in doing this for you, I don't want to be forced to you. I want to really equip you to deal with this creature that you are married to. So, the tip for today. He cannot be your best friend. He doesn't have what it takes to be. I'd like all ladies to forgive me for this. It's a difficult reality to face. But let me explain what I mean. Your husband, he would want to be, he would love to be, he's not equipped to be your best friend. And so my advice to women is nurture your relationship with your girls. At least one girlfriend with whom you can gist, with whom you can vent. Now, if I go home from any event and friends ask me, how did it go? My full, comprehensive, exhaustive answer is fine. If it is she who comes from an event and I ask her, oh my dear, how did it go? It's going to begin with, the traffic is getting bad, oh, the traffic. And today the sun, the heat. She's haven't even started answering the questions. And then she will go on and on and on. So in my marriage, what I do is I make sure that Florence always has data and units on her phone. So she gives me the abridged answer. We talk about it. And then she calls her best friend, Oli, and they can talk for 3 hours. Indeed, they talk and they sleep on the phone. And they can wake up and take it up exactly where they left off. I know, again, one of the differences between men and women. You would like him to be everything to you. Good. You are everything to him, but he doesn't have the capacity to listen to all the incommon, all the twists and turns and all the illustrations and the diversions in the incommodie. And, oh, by the way, did I tell you about this? He's just a poor boy. So, an abridged answer for him, and then the full version for your girlfriend. Someday, he'll come and ask questions, and then you can tell him more and tell him more. So, sweetie, it's a tip. Don't give me any solutions. Began, and he flowed with her. That she felt much better. Akosia, sweetie, the pride of Kobe. Akosia, the tip for today. Remember, all I'm doing for you is trying to decode that creature you married, okay? So you can understand him. The tip for today. Men are wired to provide solutions. So don't tell a man your problems if you are not looking for solutions. This would also be another hard one for women. And I'm sure every woman has experienced this. You go to your man and you tell him what your issues are, what problems you are having, going through, maybe in the office, at school or something. And bam, he gives the solution. But it's not solutions you wanted. You wanted him to listen and to let you know he understands what you are saying, that he feels what you are going through, that he can process how that situation, what that situation is doing to you. And then he just drops the answer. Oh, then leave him. Or then resign, leave the job. There's other job. No, that's not what you wanted. You wanted to hear that he is empathizing with you. He understands the situation. Men don't do that very well. Can they learn? Yes, I think they can. But whilst you're trying to help them to learn, please understand this so that you don't get too hurt and too disappointed when he just goes and drops the solution. You know, women, you get this thing intuitively. A woman can go, oh, but this is your boss. What does he want you to do? This is your boss. You know, and it goes on. I don't understand, no. But the boy, go and report him or resign. No, men will need to learn, but ladies, understand where he's coming from. He's wired to provide solutions. I remember one of my adopted daughters did a beautiful thing for their husband. But they said, I wanted to vent. I wanted to bitch about something. So I went to my husband and I told him, listen, I'm going to vent. I don't want you to be a man in this. I want you to join me in bitching. Don't give me any solutions. Began and he flowed with her. That she felt much better. If you can have the grace to do that for Kobe, I think it will help a whole lot. And that is a tip. Don't always take what he says to heart. Don't let it eat you up. There will always be a time to call his attention to it. Tell him, Kobe, your words, you've got to do better with them. Of course, I hope you've been enjoying these tips that I've been bringing to you. You know how much I love you. And that's why I'm sharing this in so that your life will be easier with a creature called man. Okay? So here's today's thing. Men are not deliberate with their words. Neither are they deliberate even with their dressing. If you meet the average man dressed, the chances are that he went to the bathroom, finished bathing, and came and stood in front of his wardrobe and then looked and just grabbed one. You, on the other hand, if you're going out, you would have planned what you're going to wear. And you have a reason for choosing what you are going to wear. You're a woman. Kobe will not do that. In fact, sometimes you have to remind me, Kobe, why are you wearing this? No. You said you were going to this function. So no, please change it. Wear this. Before he changes it. But it is even worse with his words. Of course, I bet you that there are times he has said something and you've gone, how can you say that? And then suddenly it is your comment of, how can you say that? That makes him take the word out of his mouth to look at it and say, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have said this one. Now, what does that mean? It means that don't always take what he says to heart. Don't let it eat you up. For all you know, he just said it without even considering its impact. Ladies, forgive me. All I'm trying to do is to help you understand the creature called man. I am not saying it should be that way. This is what it is. In default, we can make it better. He can change. He can learn to be much more careful with his words. But when he hasn't learned it, he could still be a good boy who hasn't learned what it takes to be a man fully. Don't forget, nobody teaches boys to be men. And so you have men who still think with a boy's mentality. So help him or give him space to grow. If you harbor, nurture that negative word he spoke to you and it's there and say, how can he say this to me? And then you call your female friends and say, Kobe said this to me. How can Kobe say this to me? They will give you the feminine perspective. But if you come to somebody like me, a man, and said, my husband said this to me, the chances are that I'll burst into laughter and say, oh, I can't wait, Jimmy, oh, let it slide. But then that doesn't mean throw it away. There would always be a time to call his attention to it. It is not in the heat of the matters. Later, there's always a time when a man is happy with himself, happy with his world. That may be the time when, as softly as you can, as nicely as you can, tell him, Kobe, your words, you've got to do better with them. And that is a tip. Oh, and if you like this, don't just like it. Please share it. Share it so you know who. Just to say this, okay? Stay blessed.